Discovered. Oh shit. I've left Jaspar behind.
Yes?
We should probably go speak to Jaspar first, you know?
Huh?
What are your thoughts on current events? Okay. Go on then, let's go. Go on then. Go on then. There we go.
Yes?
This is a beautiful city. Let's enter Ark for the first time.
And here we are. And here we are. Welcome to Ark. I've got some things to take care of here. So let's meet at the market once you're ready to meet Grandmaster Tealor Orenthiel and his mages in person, alright?
Tealor Orenthiel, the former Grand Master of the Holy Order. I thought he was in prison in Erim.
By his own son, Nerazil, yeah. But roughly 2.5 years ago, he suddenly appeared back in Enderal, accompanied by a handful of mages who once fought against him in the Great War. Weird, I know, but that's how it was.
Let me get it straight. The Lightborn's most trusted servant returned to Enderal together with his former arch-enemies.
He did, yeah. It seems that something happened between him and them that made them sort out their issues, you could say. They're allies now, and frankly, nobody quite knows why. You can imagine what kind of uproar that caused among the Holy Order itself. But in the end, Orenthiel got things his way. You can say what you want about him, but he never lost his charisma, that's for sure.
That means the Lightborn most vicious enemies are now working together with the Lightborn's most faithful servants. That's bizarre.
You're telling me. But apparently their alliance has something to do with this red madness. I guess we'll see what happens.
I guess. Could you tell me a little more about the city? Where can I find some new gear, for example?
Oh, sure, I should have thought of that. Pardon me.
You should have.
Alright then. Ark is divided into 5 districts, not counting the harbor. The Foreign Quarter, where we are right now, the Marketplace, the Nobles' Quarters, the South Quarter, and the Temple. If you're looking to gear up, I guess the Market would be the place to go. You can find anything there, from food to weapons, armor, and whatever else you need. If it's magical supplies and alchemy you need, however, you best try your luck in the Nobles' Quarters. But prepare yourself for some dismissive looks. Up there's also the bathing house and the theater, in case you have the coin for that. Finally, there's the temple, which is hard to overlook. Normal citizens are not permitted to enter it, and from up there, the Holy Order reigns over this country. But if all goes according to plan, you'll soon see it from the inside. And then there's the Undercity.
The Undercity? That doesn't sound too inviting.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it isn't. The Undercity's a cluster of caves directly beneath our feet. And down there is where the poor and the sick live, not to mention those that the Order doesn't like to see in their neat, pretty streets in the upper city. Not a place I'd recommend you visit, at least not unless you're looking for mischievous things.
Okay, I think I'll find my way around.
Great. Then see you later and enjoy your stay.
Completed the void. Started the first steps into the city. Within Ark, you may use the signpost to travel back and forth between different districts. Do so you walk in front of the pilot and interact with it.
My sir, do you have a moment?
What do you need?
Well, it is actually quite simple. But since you were kind enough not to just ignore me and walk by as the others did, I would like to show my gratitude for that first. You travel a lot, don't you? I can tell by the mud on your boots. Here, one of these books might come in handy on your journeys. Which one do you prefer?
Handicraft, enchanting. What are these books?
They are, crafting books. I suppose you can call them that. They contain some valuable knowledge about the arts such as smithing, alchemy, or even lockpicking. Not that I would ever imply you'd do such a thing except in an old ruin, but you get the picture.
Alchemy, enchanting.
Splendid. Say, would you happen to be interested in earning yourself some more coins? Or, even better, more books like those? There is something I need help with.
Sure. And I might be. What's troubling you?
I have a problem, and this problem is called Celia, which happens to be my sister. Where should I start? You know, I am one of those people who wasn't given everything by fate. Quite the contrary, in fact. When I was a child, the village I grew up in, Foamville, was ambushed by bandits, and both my father and my mother died during the attack.
My condolences.
Thank you, but it's ancient history now.
Fact is, my sister and I dealt with this event differently. We managed to flee the attack and make it to Ark, where the guards, of course, threw us into the Undercity. But while I tried to honor my father's heritage by using the little I could from our savings by setting up a business, she preferred to wallow in her misery instead. She got to know the wrong people and has, since then, never done a single bit of honest work. Frankly, she's a dust addict. Day and night she does nothing else but rot in those drinking holes in the Undercity and blows what little money she makes on her drage.
Now, of course, she is still my sister, so all of these years I paid her rent so she doesn't have to sleep on the streets. However, things have changed. Recently she started using our father's heritage to pay for her addiction, and I will not accept that.
That makes sense. What do you mean by she's a dust addict? I'm an outlander.
Of course, you wouldn't know that. Glimmercap dust, the blue bliss, or however you want to call it. It's a drage, a dangerous one. Apparently, it makes you feel as if you're walking the eternal paths. But it also kills you quicker than the sunfire.
Well, shit. Can't you talk to God about this?
I certainly could, but the day a guard voluntarily goes into the Undercity is the day Avatia will become a barber. The Undercity belongs to Relata, and Celia knows that, which is why my hands are tied.
So, let me get this straight. She blows your money to buy Drago.
Well, technically it's our money. Basically, it was a share our father had in a small business here. He was so proud of it, you wouldn't believe it. Luckily enough, I managed to save that paper from the bandits and turned it in at the bank a few years ago, after I realized how valuable it was. Since then, it has turned into quite a formidable sum. Nothing huge, of course, but enough to save my business from bankruptcy. You
Nice.
understand? In theory, it is our money, but without me, she would probably have sold it for a bottle of ale, and I won't let her spit on our father's heritage that way.
I see, and why don't you just talk to her?
Oh, believe me, I did. Which is why she simply hid the key to our safe in the bank somewhere that I couldn't find it. So, long story short, this is where you come in. I want you to get her to give me that key. How you do it is up to you. But if you succeed, it won't be to your disadvantage.
Fair enough, I will help you. Where can I find her?
Anywhere there's rats and dust. But she spends most of her time in the False Dog in the Undercity. One of those dumps I told you about. Just come back to me once you've found something.
Okay. Started divide and conquer. So you can go
Yes.
to the marketplace in one of these. That's cool. That is cool.
Lick your lips and untaste
Hello.
as the ambrosial smells of our unrivaled fresh and taste. You there! You look as if you could do with
What makes
a
your
fine
bread so
loaf of our
unrivaled, tasty and fresh?
Well, it is fresh and it is tasty. What are you getting at?
Show me the unrivaled bread of yours.
Certainly. A pleasure for the young and the old, for the tall and the small. See for yourself.
Okay.
Walk blessed, my friend. You look disheartened, and I have just the right thing for you. A visit to our gallery. Dozens of beautiful paintings by different artists, each of them a treat for the eye.
You run a gallery, that's
Come
unusual.
now, for tomorrow you may not have a chance. Oh, really? What makes
A
you say
touching
that?
effigy.
It's not like our country is ruled by a group of antiquated conservative clerics who care as little about art as they care for the latest trend in Chilean fashion. But no, you're right. It is unusual that even a narrow-minded country like Enderal has artists. And those artists need a place to show their work, which is just what we do.
You don't sound very motivated.
Well, probably because I'm not. My husband thinks running around the city and talking to every peasant who crosses my path will help us get our gallery running again. But that's just idiotic.
Tomorrow you might have chance. Oh, I take it your gallery isn't doing so well.
That's one way to put it. Truth be told, if the Golden Sickle doesn't decide to leave a barrel full of coin on our doorstep tomorrow, we won't be able to pay rent much longer. Especially now that my esteemed mother has decided to play hermit. Wow. Listen to me. A month ago, I would have been too proud to admit this. Now I shouted at a complete stranger.
What does your mother have to do with this?
She's a painter. Our best-selling painter, to be precise. Some people even came from other countries to see her portraits. At least before the war.
Really, what makes a painting so special?
It's hard to describe. She's portrayed half of Ark's nobility by now. At least that's what it feels like. And she does it. The paintings are just so intense. I don't know how else to put it. That's why people are willing to pay a fortune for them. It's crazy if you think about it.
We ever plays hermit? What do you mean by that?
Well, what I said. For months, she's not reacted to our letter, nor sent one herself. And what's worse, she hasn't sent us any new paintings. Which is one of the reasons why this place isn't going so well. And in case you wonder why we just don't visit her, my mother was always a little special. And where she resides reflects that. The Dark Valley.
I see. You know what? I get around quite a bit. Maybe we could pay this Dark Valley a visit and see your mother if that's alright.
You'd do that. That's quite the offer, to be honest. A word of warning in advance. I cannot pay you. That is, unless you're interested in a painting from Prince Myth. But I warn you, they're as bad as his poems.
Maybe your mother can pay me.
Yes, maybe she can. It might be worth a try. My mother and I, we don't exactly have a good
relationship.
But still, I need to know she's all right. You said you travel a lot, so you have a map with you, right? Show me. So there you go. That's where her hut should be, at least approximately. Good luck, and thanks.
You are very welcome. Visit Astrella Bloodfields. See if she's fine. Fucking hell, that's a big quest.
Stop ignoring me!
What's your problem?
You bloody fluttered your eyes at me, woman. You think I haven't noticed, don't you? You say sorry at once, so I'll smack your mouth.
You're a woman. Who is she?
Oh, that you'd like to know, huh? So you can deduce her, me Bernadette. Don't bloody think I'm stupid.
You're on the wrong track, pal. I'm not interested in woman.
Then you want to deduce me, don't you? Of course. What else would you want? I knew it the moment I saw you. Okay, then listen up, pal. I'm way above your league.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Right now, or you'll see me get real angry.
And this, dear friends, is why we shouldn't take it easy on the booze.
Why, you think you can mock me?
Oh yeah, I do.
All right. You'll regret this.
I'm gonna fucking beat to a pummel, Mitch.
Okay, just leave me alone. Damn bullies.
Yes?
I'm new in the city. I'm looking for work. Do you know where I can find any?
Huh? An outlander, aren't you? Let me think. You could ask old Taiwan from Screws, Hats, Odds and Ends Incorporated. He might have something. Or the Golden Sickle, if you're not afraid of hard work. They're always looking for date tellers.
Started. Ask for work at the Golden Sickle.
Huh?
Is there any news?
What? You mean apart from frenzied animals, hordes of living dead lurking through the wilderness and this whole red madness thing? No, none. Just be careful when you're outside the walls.
Will do.
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
Okay, marketplace.
Monsieur?
Monsieur, to you too. Okay. Home's hurt, fat quarter. Okay, we have got a lot of shit.
Now where did I put that?
That's what we got. Read note. Read notes. This is in the house. A request an audience at Simon's Friends Bank. Okay. Home sweet home. That could be our house. Oh, sweet. What are these places? Greetings to you, sir. Trading post. I don't want a trading post. I want a fucking merchant. Oh, wow. Right, there's Jaspar. I don't really want to speak to Jaspar right now. There's the bank.
Yes, you have heard right. The lost heir to the throne,
Meat market.
has, after decades of imprisonment by his treacherous son, returned to his position as Grand Master.
This feels a lot more alive than like Solitude or anything. Forge work, leather goods, tailoring. Fuck, there's a lot of people.
Many of you may have heard it already. There's war in Kira.
You know what? Let's visit the bank, shall we? See how much this house is. I'm kind of curious. Banker.
Walk blessed, my sir. How can Sylvan and friends serve you today? Would you like to open a personal vault? Or perhaps even acquire an estate?
I want to inquire estate. Show me what you got to offer.
Of course.
Noble's quarters. And a deed to the house at the marketplace. I think we'll probably should go for the one at the marketplace first. And go from there.
Walk blessed.
So we just need a bit more money. Just a bit. Not a ton. I'm actually going to save because we haven't saved in a while. Okay, let's see if we can just find a general merchant. Let's just do the forge work first.
Hammers, daggers, swords, looking for steel. Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Iron Claymore I don't want. The dagger I don't want. The war axe I don't want. The gauntlets. Boots. Vagrant. There we go. I got rid of a lot of shit. The pelts I don't want. The deer. The horseshoe. The ingots. We can always buy it back. Right, that's got our carry weight down a little bit.
Come again.
How much gold do we have? We're close to having enough gold. We are close to having enough gold to actually buy a house. But I think beforehand, I do kind of just want to continue.
Hello.
Reed, I'm searching for you. Let's live after a long time in solitude. I, Annabella, search for a nature boy who isn't adverse to quick adventure. Meet me on the island in front of Ark. There you'll find a camp, read message, and show me your gratitude. Started an extraordinary adventure.
Crazy.